the memories that I'm gonna have from them is like how proud they are of the man that I became. And number 11 means a lot to me, and I think that's one of the things that I will carry forever, you know. I wear number 11 because of them. And the number 11 that I wear on my jersey every single night, and what I write on the dirt before the game starts, is them being with me. Oh, look at this. Family Day 2014. It's been a while. Wow. And John Miguel. I didn't even know that I was gonna be Miguel right here. It's crazy. My whole life, one of the things that I wanted to do the most is do something for my mom. And my mom always used to take me to work, and I watched her on the clinic because she was a pediatrician. I always wanted to be a major league player so I can build her own clinic. That was my dream. What I remember the most about my childhood and growing up in Venezuela was the amount of support that I have from my family. My grandfather kind of taught me the game and took me to the baseball field when I started playing. They started going to every one of my games, every one of my practice. They actually stopped life to actually live my life. To be honest with you, I didn't make any sacrifices because this is what I wanted to do. The sacrifices were made by my grandparents. So this is my grandmother and my grandfather. Those are the two big pillars of my life. So yeah, these pictures are actually like pretty good. That's my mom, my sister, and I. When she was, I think that was prime time for my mom. She was like traveling around Venezuela, working a lot, but spending time with us as well. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. As soon as I got to the United States, I feel like that was one of the hardest things, you know, being away from home and not being able to see my grandparents at every game. That's when the sacrifices for me start.
Para mi mamá también fue muy difícil porque ella muy poco estaba en casa porque se dedicaba mucho a trabajar por nosotros. Siempre recuerdo algo muy bonito que ella le dio a mi hermano cuando se fue, que le dio unas cartas y uno de los mensajes que decía esta carta era la maleta más importante que te llevas es la maleta de tus valores, no la olvides ni la dejes nunca.
I know a lot of people say, yeah, you sacrifice like your teenager's years, you know? I didn't care about like going to parties or going to the beach. I didn't want to do that. I was like kind of with a roommate by myself in Sarasota, Florida, thinking about my family, and I was like 17 or 18 years old. Life kind of pushed me to grow up and be a man. I remember my mom have to talk to me, sit down and talk to me about a situation that happens throughout the year while I was playing. It was a time that my mom have to tell me that she got cancer. I promised her that I was gonna be a good son going forward, and I will always be there for her. It's really hard for me not to cry when I'm thinking about it. but I always promised her that I wasn't gonna cry.
Backstage Dodgers is brought to you by Cadillac.
So this is actually the first pair of Jordans that I got back in 2013. And I remember, you know, like, I always wanted to like have a lot of Jordans, but they were kind of expensive, and I was like coming up in the minor leagues, and there were already other priorities for me at the time, and you know, getting expensive shoes wasn't one of them.
When somebody that you love is going through something like that, you want to be there. But that's impossible because he have the job that he have. And in that time, he was a minor leaguer running for the dream. She wasn't able to work, so it's Miguel's money supporting the family, so he can quit.
Ella siempre llevó su enfermedad con mucho orgullo. Ella, en donde sea que ella llegara, ella hablaba de esto con total normalidad, porque ella realmente siguió su día a día y no nos afectaba en lo absoluto, ni a mí, ni siquiera a ella, porque gracias a Dios llevó muy bien su tratamiento y nunca se sintió realmente mal, por lo menos en este periodo de tiempo.
Motivation changed throughout your life, and that was one of my motivations, providing for my family and make her better. And making my debut that year was something really cool to reflect on. I could never think that it was gonna work this way, but here we are.
And Miguel Rojas with a base hit into center field. Here comes Romack, and he will score. Rojas with his first big league base hit.
One of the most important things in life is making adjustments and actually being able to feel comfortable of what you're doing. That's one of the biggest lessons that my mom could have actually taught me. Regardless of where you are, you gotta be able to perform under any circumstances. It's been helping me getting through the process and the journey of being a baseball player. When the trade happened, I was kind of in a limbo. I thought I did okay in 14, and I was part of the big league playoff roster. The first thing that I remember, it was coming to spring training, didn't receive many opportunities to play. I got sent down. I didn't know where my career was gonna go from there. Going to AAA for a couple months and then getting called back up in June. From there, I never looked back. It was like my opportunity to say and to tell myself and my family, okay, it's time to go. What up, boys? Hello, how we doing? Hey, Rock. Back. I'm in Miami, you know, on the visitor side this time. This is home for me. You know, this is where I build my house, where my kids are growing up, where my kids go to school. I know I'm from Venezuela, but Miami has been kind of my second home.
¿Cómo estás, Miguelito?
Todo bien, gracias a Dios.
Qué bueno.
Thank you so much.
¿Extrañando Miami? Un poquito.
Ah, sí, la familia y todo, pero estamos bien aquí.
Oh, hey, is he doing a TikTok dance or something like that?
It's normal.
I think he's doing a TikTok dance.
Oh, he's got a tripod set up.
What is he doing?
Wow.
Hey, wow.
That boy was getting it, huh?
He was getting it. Oh, man. Me vas a matar, vale, me vas a matar. Me vas a matar, yo que estoy nervioso hoy. Ah. Feels like it was yesterday that I was playing here. So here's what I'm pulling up. This is my mom music. Most beautiful thing is I can actually go here and sit down and listen to her. So I listen to her singing on the Sundays at home when she was like cleaning the house. Sounds identical. It's crazy. I grew up like listening to these songs. My mom, true passion was music. Her whole life, she was kind of the person on the parties or dinners, reunions. When we got together, my mom' passion was always to sing.
En el colegio médico donde ella estaba inscrita, habían eventos
por tus calles que van,
donde podían presentar también parte artística. Y ella se ganaba siempre el primer premio cantando. Para la familia fue difícil, incluso para ella, porque ella ya sentía que se había curado, que esto ya no iba a volver más. Pero lamentablemente es una enfermedad que es así, que hay que entenderla.
And at that time, it was like really, really hard on the family side because a lot of things were happening, but I never stopped like chasing my dream and keep going for what I wanted. In 16, I was already in the big leagues, knowing that my mom has to go through it once again.
He's not the everyday shortstop. That's normally a Danny Echeverria.
There's another motivation for me to keep going hard because the only way that I can help is providing, because I'm not a doctor. I can't find the cure. All I can do was like keep going hard so I can get money and all the resources for me to give into my mom and make her better.
We also want to announce the extension of Miguel Rojas. You know, I don't want to speak on behalf of Donnie, but I think one of the best compliments that you can give a player is they are an extension of the manager.
It makes me emotional because I'm so proud of him and again who he's become. There is no better example of what kind of player that we want.
It's been a long way, but for me, being in this position right now, I feel like it's a dream come true. Sorry.
My whole life, one of the things that I wanted to do the most is do something for my mom. I always wanted to be a major league player so I can build her own clinic, right? And that was my dream. That was what I was going after.
But when he finally was able to do it, she was like, that's not my dream. My dream is to make an album and sing, and he was like, okay.
Y es cuando mi hermano entra y la apoya regalándole su disco, su producción discográfica.
¿Cómo poder volver a ser de ti?
It wasn't just for me, but for my whole family. Fulfill the dream of my mom being an artist, and that's one of the best things that I did in my life, and I will never regret the moment that I decided to do that for her.
Ella se sentía que podía con todo y que esto de alguna forma la alimentaba y ayudaba a su positivismo a seguir viviendo.
Para mí es un honor y un orgullo poder hacerle realidad a mi mamá este sueño de poder compartir con ella durante toda la vida y saber lo que ella quería de verdad, de corazón.
En lo que te enteraste, el apoyo ha sido bien importante
Incluso tenía en mente hacer shows en vivo y dedicar toda su vida a esto de ahora a partir de que sacó su disco, pero los planes de Dios fueron otros y al final lo más importante, como te dije, fue que ella dejara ese legado.
In 2021, my mom's cancer kind of came back stronger. Started to attack her bones and her throat, and it was really hard for her to talk, or she couldn't sing anymore. I was in a crucial part of my career, you know, trying to get to the playoff with the Marlins, and you know, like going through the emotions, being a big part, playing shortstop every day. My sister took on all of her responsibilities to be with my mom.
Mi hermano siempre nos llamaba y nos decía, todo está bien, no quieres que yo vaya, y en la mitad de la temporada le estaba yendo increíble, y yo le decía, y mi mamá también, no, tranquilo, nosotros esperamos hasta que tú vengas. Hasta que tú termines tu temporada, todo está bien por aquí, cuando realmente los días estaban muy difíciles y había momentos donde yo me sentía muy sola y obviamente lo que quería era su apoyo.
The biggest support, not me, no, is her, because she take everything. She take the worst part and never complain about it, never make feel Miguel bad about it. She was so strong, and she left her life outside, so Miguel don't have to do it.
After the season was over, I went back to Venezuela and I spent beautiful days with her in the off season because I knew the time could have come soon.
Gracias a todos los que están aquí presentes, a todos esos niños que nos están apoyando hoy, que van a estar recibiendo los batazos de grandes jugadores.
Miguel always dreamed about having like a foundation to help people, especially in Venezuela, in his hometown.
That was the first time that I wanted to do something for the kids. For me to be able to do this home run derby and the charity event in Venezuela and bringing my grandfather to the ballpark, just standing at that place where I play baseball for so many years and him coaching me, it was one of the highlights of my life. Oh, look at this one. I think this is the last Christmas that we spent together. My mom, my sister, so my wife and my son, with our cat, myself, my grandfather.
Él se fue los primeros días de enero, ya después de haber visitado, después de todo, se despidió de mi mamá de una forma bastante peculiar porque yo sentía como que él sabía que era la última vez que la iba a abrazar.
Gracias, papi, gracias.
Ya estoy aquí, mami.
Gracias,
Estar contigo. De toda mi fuerza.
Y la sorpresa para él fue que la primera llamada es para decirle que quien fallece es mi abuelo.
I thought it was a nightmare at the time because my grandfather looked so good when I saw him over there. And the worst part was that I couldn't go back to Venezuela to say bye to him. Yeah, it's hard. Everybody thinks about like Superman and these superheroes, and my grandfather for me was the closest thing to that, because I definitely thought that he was gonna never die. That's it.
Yo siento que de alguna forma se cumplió el ciclo de vida, que ella pudo despedirse de su papá y no al revés.
I didn't know that 2022 was going to start that way. Two of the hardest phone calls that I have to receive in my life. My mom calling me to tell me that my grandfather passed away. 4 days later, I got a call from my sister, kind of 6 a.m. in the morning, to tell me that my mom passed away. So 2022 definitely was, and it's been one of the worst years in my life.
You try to be like spiritual about it, and we say, well, maybe his grandmother come to take him and say it's time for our kid to go, so I wanna cry. So they both can take her to heaven, I guess.
The memories that I'm gonna have from them is like how proud they are of the man that I became. It's what number 11 means to me, family. And this number 11 and the number 11 that I wear on my jersey every single night, and what I write on the dirt before the game starts, is them being with me. She performed this song at my wedding, right before all of this happened. But this was one of her favorites, and she wanted to dedicate it to me and my wife. So it was nice. It was good.
Hoy de tu vida, alguien que me cuente sobre tus días. Anocheció y necesito saber.
I have a piece of my mom with me for life. So I can actually listen to her every time that I want, every time that I go to the ballpark, every time that I want to throw my headphones on. I can listen to my mom's voice.
Y es como tener una parte de ella que nunca va a morir y que se va a quedar con nosotros aquí en este plano.
Si gusto más de mí o más de ti. Ven, que esta sed de amarte me hace bien. Yo quiero amanecer.
Me hace recordar son los momentos bonitos con mamá y no el último año, que realmente no fue tan bonito.
Miggy out toward left field, sends Ozuna back near the wall, and it carries out for a solo home run.
A home run on your late mother's birthday, what does that one mean to you?
I just miss her so much, but I just hope my mom is proud today and dancing and making everybody happy on heaven.
Yo necesito saber.
It's a great chance and an opportunity for me to connect with her. You know, I do it every time that I feel like I need to. It's like having her there for me at all times.
¿Qué será